Just before I start flying it, how do you fly it? No, I won't. Are you ready?
Oh.
Why does it beep at you?
Obstacle.
Oh, not when I take off. Oh, I don't like how you've got the controls. Oh, Jack.
We've grabbed
Oh, that's horrid.
Or do you want to drive the car?
No. I'll get used to it.
All right.
Oh, I don't like that. God, that's horrid. And what am I looking for?
A hole in the ground. Oh, birds. No.
I can take a bird, it's fine. I can outrun a bird. For sure. And which way are you saying it is?
About 500 metres to our south.
Which way south?
That way.
Right here. You've got it on custom, no wonder. God. There we go. Apply. Yes, please. Oh, yeah. Now you're going to be seeing some mad scenic shots. There we go. Oh, I love it.
So you're recording now?
We are recording, Jack, yes.
All right. Straight through that way. So go slight left, yep. And punch on. 490 metres.
$490 meters, that's not far.
No, but we've got to drive around and then back to it.
And it's in an opening.
Yeah.
It's easy to spot.
Well, it's probably that slight left. I mean, I'm not on the stick, so.
Oh, your sensitivity's on the camera. Good, Jack.
What are you saying? It's too sensitive?
No, not sensitive enough. Problem is, I don't know what I'm looking for, so.
It does make it entertaining.
But you're saying it's in a clear area?
Yeah.
And it's a shack?
Well, it's not a shack, it's like a bit of wood.
A bit of wood?
A bit of wood and a
You want me
bucket.
to spot a bit of wood from here?
Yeah, in a forest.
So there's a camera tripod there?
Yeah, camera tripod, not not the whole let's find water and dig a hole type.
Man, drones are cool things. Yeah, whenever I bring the drone into me, I'm always backwards, so I don't use the camera.
Yeah, no, I fly.
So like, this is the controller is the drone for me, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I work on it as a flight approach.
Yeah. Oh, I see. It's like when you catch it, you flip. Does yours do that? I can't remember.
What? So if I catch it flipped upside down and it turns off.
Yeah, I can't remember if the original Mavic had that. We'll give it a go. If not, I'll turn it off. There we go. Stop recording. Why do you use an Apple phone?
You know the answer to that. The Mavic software doesn't run well on Android. As in, it doesn't run at all.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty special like that.
I say we drive, yeah, that way.
I'll follow the GPS track we've got.
Yeah, yep.
And, I'll just use repeat curves and we'll just,
Oh.
yeah, we'll be there in minutes.
Sure.
Receiving, broken, unreadable.
I've got you loud and clear. I am at Red Hill.
Received, broken and clear, but received Red Hill. Over.
Yeah, roger that. Out.
Is the flag the...
The flag should be it. For some reason.
You told me to go in the wrong direction.
No, I told you to go in the right direction.
I can't wait to see this thing, and it's like just covered by bushes.
No, it's quite, I guess, exposed. What'll be even better is we get there and we see that the bike tracks just go past it.
Oh, no.
It's been 5 years since I've been here, but I've flown over it. So it's, at least we got that. We are close.
It's looking promising.
Right, so we'll launch that. This is when the bikes will be good. And it's just along this grid, effectively. I reckon it's just over there.
What's your password? I swear you were pointing that way a minute ago. Which way?
See, look at where our shadows are. And it's down there.
Oh.
Has he got it?
No, I haven't got it.
Oh.
I might have it. Like, what's that there?
That's it.
Is that it?
Yeah.
You certain?
We'll get down lower and we'll know. Tilt the screen towards us. Yeah, that's it.
We're 200 meters away.
Alright, well, let's drive to it and you fly and you get some footage of us.
Yep. Sweet. Oh, I'm well happy we found it. I don't think we went over there with our bikes though.
We must have just been short of it.
Yeah.
So 200 meters.
Right, yeah, where are we? I have to say, this is very difficult in a moving vehicle.
Oh, to be moving and flying?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you've got to do it.
I don't know
more.
how people do it like on their own.
No, I can't do it by myself. The footage I did the other day, I had Tom fly drive, and I flew the drone using object tracking and stuff.
Oh, you actually use that?
Well, it's the first time I've used it. Just wanted to give it a go. So after successfully finding an abandoned well in the outback, George is just bringing the drone back in.
I was just getting some aerial footage.
Some nice,
you know?
nice stuff.
Oh, good stuff, Jack. Good stuff. Always.
What sort of music do you request to go over the top of it?
No, I don't know. Maybe just chatter. I'll land it and we'll take a closer look. How deep is it? I dropped the drone in there, fly it down. That's how good I am.
You are?
No, I'm really not.
Well, here we are at the abandoned bore, which featured in the live stream about last week. And George has gained his confidence and he's now looking for...
Oh, it's so nice and cool down here.
Yeah? Are there less flies?
Well, not that it is cool anyway, but yeah, kind of.
You can see how, like in Coober Pedy, people put their homes underground. Coober Pedy, South Australia.
I don't know much.
Opal Town. It's a really hot place, and so they dig the houses in limestone.
Yeah, no, when you actually look close, looks like a saw's been used.
A saw? Well,
Yeah.
saws have been around for a long time.
Oh, yeah, true.
There should be an engraving down there. Actually, George, because the live stream video cut out, give us some shots of the walls and everything.
Righto. Hello, YouTube. Let me get the camera going. So you can see there, like the what would you call these? The joists?
Yeah, joists.
Joists, would that be the right word there? You know, they've obviously carved them into so they interlock, I guess would be the right word. They don't go down very deep. They probably go down like 2 meters, I reckon.
Well, and then I would say that it's because of the harder rock down the bottom that they weren't so concerned about.
Like this was caving in almost.
Yeah. It's just surprising that there's no carvings or anything, you know, to indicate who dug it or when. Like one of these rocks looks almost good enough that we'd take it back to old Uncle Owen's grave and, you know, etch it into it, because this looks like marble. What if you found old mate down there?
Still alive in a cave beneath me.
He's been living 100 years.
I just can't believe how hollow it sounds.
Have you dug? No.
I'm kicking. Yeah. But it is moist.
Well, yeah. It's not going to have a lot of evaporation down there.
It would be interesting just to come out with like a spade or a shovel and just dig down. Or maybe it is just sand, like you say.
It's a work plan for the next week. Dig it out.
Who knows? But the flies are still as bad down here.
What?
I don't know. It's a well.
Well.
But,
But looking at this steel cable, like it's very fine steel cable. So that's not got to be that old. Maybe someone who's got a bit of someone with experience, or you know, knows historically.
There's a file here.
File.
Yeah.
Look at you archaeologist.
Oh, I know, right?
Still good.
Well, maybe for Prenty Downs, yeah. It's got a number on it.
Does it?
Number 9.
I mean, do you reckon they would have been filing those bits of wood to...
No. With that file?
Yeah.
That's a metal file.
Yeah, but maybe they had no other tools.
Maybe.
Or they're being very precise. So it looks like there's a stack here of like ones that they didn't use. I mean, there's a bolt through this one.
Yeah, well, what is that? The rest of like the hoist system. Well, this looks to be maybe a bit of fence that went around it. I don't know.
I'd have stopped animals falling into it.
I don't know, Jack. Like, what's this? That's galvanised.
Well, maybe they were planning on making a trough. Galvanised steel's been around for a while.
I don't know.
Oh, something's been living under there, George.
We shall let it continue living in there. Lift that one.
It's just rusty corrugated iron.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's just another piece of history we've found today. I guess we crack on and get over to these bush yards, which they used to drive the cattle into when they were mustering way back when. Right, George and I have just pulled up to these bush yards, which we tried to live stream, but the internet quality and trying to push 2.4 gigahertz through these trees, it's not really well made for it. So the high def version is here, only available to subscribers. No. And yeah, you have to be on our Patreon or, you know, buy me a coffee to watch this.
I'll tell you what, flies are horrid.
Right, so we want to make this quick. We've just done a quick, you know, a bit of a live stream on this, but these are the old bush yards, which when you're mustering way back when, George wanted to get in a time machine, go back and just watch, not actually do it.
No.
And see how it was to muster back in the day. But they've sent out the crew ahead of the muster team, and they've knocked together a set of yards here in a concerted effort. They could do this in 2 or 3 days.
What, 2 or 3 days? I would have thought they'd knock it down. How many of them?
You would have had a crew of maybe 25, 30 people.
20?
Yeah.
Oh, I could have knocked that out in 8 hours. You know, because I was just looking, it's like laying a hedge.
Yeah.
I could lay a hedge like that pretty quick, I reckon. But no, it's pretty impressive. And obviously they've got their
wing. So this has probably started as a bush yard, but it is definitely a brush yard.
Yeah.
And they've added on to it, but it is just purely push them in here and hold them up.
Yep, overnight.
Yeah. And it is impressive to see how long it's lasted, because the other yards we know from the poem that George just recited that they date back to somewhere in the 1920s. And then we've got this, which, to be honest, some of them actually look like they are just trees that happen to be in the right spot.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was just very fortunate. But they've run quite a line out. Like, I think the one at the end there, like it's quite good. And you'd be pushing the cattle up the creek, and then you just drive them off and have a team up in the open ground, and in the bush they feel safe, and you just bring them into these yards here. Now, it's a lot of work, and it's yeah, there we are, some wire on this tree.
Yeah.
They take a long time to grow.
The trees.
Yeah.
Like those trees.
So it is impressive to find bits of history like this around the station, and for a lot of it we're just guessing as to what actually occurred and the history of it. There's little segments of it here, there and everywhere.
Yeah, it is cool, because like earlier I did ask you, like, not knowing that this yard existed, like how did they do it without, like, I was thinking about it the last couple of days, and there you go. They just set up not necessarily a portable yard, but set up a yard, I guess, where there's a lot of trees and keep them overnight.
Well, there's this one, and not far away, and we don't have the time to go and try and find it. There is another bush yard that is just absolute, sticks pushed together. I mean, this has...
Yeah, well, here they've clearly like laid a fairly hefty tree over.
Yeah, well, they've done that as well.
Jeez.
I reckon this was probably part of the corner assembly.
Yeah.
Would have been a good spot to sit up, but hell, you see the rails that we've got now, they're nice to jump over. You wouldn't be jumping over this in a hurry, because you'd end up bleeding. But it's just a serious amount of work. There we go, there's a tree that was alive. Still is alive. And you can see that the wire's just cutting into it.
I'm loving these flies. I don't know if you saw in these videos, but these flies are f***ing me off.
Well, look, if you
they're like really bad here.
You rub the paddy mallet. Well, it's because we're in the creek.
I don't mind the flies. It's when they get like really bad. Like really bad. And I say they get really bad out here.
When they're in your eyes.
Yeah. They just don't leave you alone. And like on camera, it doesn't do justice for how many flies like there could be like 1,000 flies just on your back.
Well,
or the gun now.
It's also that it comes through on the microphone. You can hear it.
Yeah.
But I usually filter it out now, so you don't drown.
You're not gonna filter.
No. So.
I'm making life harder.
Well, you do make it easier at times when you're flying the drone.
Oh, there you go.
But you gotta.
See that, John? I made his life easier.
Right, so that's the old bush yards.
Yeah, no, it's cool. Yeah.
And yeah, what have we done? We've done a grave, a bush yard, an old well.
An apparent grave, which apparently there's someone there. I reckon we should dig it up and have a look.
Well, I mean, you're just in a digging mood.
But anyway, there was a grave. The yards were pretty cool, for sure. And especially how like it's all standing still.
Yeah.
All that time ago. And then this one, and the well. God, we've done heaps.
George is
Yeah, I am.
checking the difference between the watermelon and the patty melon.
Yeah, I'll take a big bite like that. Are the seeds good for you? Or?
Well, they're just like watermelon seeds. So George doesn't actually believe that it could possibly as bad as Anne.
No, well, you say it's bad, and I seem to overreact a bit. And Paul and John, they say it's really bad. I just think it's a melon. It's just... All right, here goes, yeah? I'm taking a big bite. I'm a bit nervous.
The bin's in the cupboard there. I wouldn't swallow it.
I wouldn't say it's not bad.
Are you sure?
I could get used... Oh, wow. I could get used to it. Honestly. It's just like a sharp... Yeah. It's not too bad. Jack... Yeah. It's not too bad.
I don't. You're wrong. There's something
Oh yeah, don't
wrong.
get me wrong, like it's not nice. But if I was dying in the desert, I would eat it.
He's had a second piece.
The middle's quite juicy.
No.
That, yeah, maybe not. I can see why you don't like it, but... Yeah.
Well,